Welcome back to Morning Break, where we are sharing all of our recipes in WTOC, and that's why we have digital reporter and anchor here with us, Simone McKinney, also owner of Simone's Bakery. As she's imparted her wisdom on baking before on the show, and this time, what do you have here with us?
We have some beautiful, wonderful sweet potato cupcakes that we're really excited to make. Okay, so let's start with the wet. So we've already browned our butter, so we can just take that right from the pan and pour it right into the bowl. And this is half a stick of butter here. I'll use this. And you really want to get the brown bits that are at the bottom of your pan. Don't leave them. That's like the best part. And it really smells, if you were here, you can smell like a really nutty, warm flavor.
Yes, it smells so good.
Really, really good. And so then we're gonna take our other half a stick of butter and put it right in. And once you've done that, we have some vegetable oil, thank you. So you can do probably a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, and that's about what I have here. And you pour that in. And I'll give this to you as well. Once we add those in, you can add in your sugar. And that is, again, brown sugar and white sugar. And now we're gonna mix. You don't need a mixer. It does make it easier. So then I like to just press down a little bit, make sure everything's kind of in there. You wanna make sure it's fluffy and mixed very well. And so that looks pretty good. So I've brought this recipe down just a little bit so you don't have to have like 24 cupcakes if you don't need them. This is gonna make about 12, and that calls for like an egg and a half. You can just do an egg and an egg white. Do a little bit of that. That's like half a teaspoon, a little more. And that's pure vanilla extract. And so we keep mixing. And this is about probably like a cup of sweet potato puree. And you want to just mix it all together. I like to mash it down pretty well. It's okay if it's kind of chunky. I like that because when it bakes, you have these like tiny little chunks of sweet potato. Sweet potato is really, really good, but with all the spices, it can kind of get hidden in that spiced cupcake. So having those little chunks kind of remind you like this is the sweet potato. You want to mix lightly. You don't want to overmix it because then you'll get a really dense cake. That's something to keep in mind. So now we are going to measure out about a 1/2 cup of buttermilk. Everything should be room temperature, by the way. Okay, and so we're pulling in our dry mixture here. I've started with either. I know you should start with one, but I just start with either. It's yours, especially if you're making it at home. You should try to end with the flour, but it doesn't really matter. And so you pour that in. You actually should do one at a time, but like.
Okay.
You don't want to overmix. So once it's combined a little bit, you kind of go back again.
Oh, so it's really just back and forth.
Yeah. And so you can just do maybe 1 scoop. Now I've done this with 1 scoop, and they level, but it's Thanksgiving. It's time to indulge. So I'll do like a 1.5 scoops, make them like top over a little bit.
Right. So clearly we did cheat a little bit. We have some already made. That way we can show you how to decorate them, but in less time. So how long would you typically bake them for, since we're kind of skipping that step?
I'd say about 20-ish minutes. Now, everyone's oven will tell you the same number, but they will be different temperatures. So you really just want to bake them until you put a fork in, or not a fork, a butter knife or a toothpick in, and it comes out clean. I've already made the icing. This is homemade, but you don't need homemade icing. You can get any cream cheese icing that you want. So once you have a piping bag, you can also use a Ziploc bag and clip the tip of it as well and just do it that way. Or you can just use a knife and rub icing on the top. It's your choice. It really will taste the same. But you just squeeze some out. Try to stay in the center and not move, because once you keep squeezing, it'll make a nice dollop. And Camille said, it looks like a pie.
It looks like a pie. It looks like the dollop you put on a sweet potato pie.
Exactly.
It doesn't get cuter than that. Perfect.
They look great.
Yes, they look awesome. We have some really cute decorations here as well. So what are we doing with these? We have some rose petals, pearls, and gold flakes.
We can start with the gold sprinkles.
Okay.
I went kind of to the side and I'll just go on the counter, and kind of sprinkle them out like this. And so, Yeah.
Cute.
I try to do the same design with all of them. Even if I'm just like freestyling, I try to carry that freestyle on all the cupcakes. And you kind of just pick up a few and drop them on. I don't know, it just adds some color. You can find whatever toppings you like.
That's so cute.
And just have fun with it.
Perfect. And there they are. All right, here we go.
This one. Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy Thanksgiving.
This is so good. Thank you so much, Simone.
Thank you.
I'm just going to clear the whole tray here.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. We're going to share with the folks back at the station.
Just maybe.
We have more morning break for you. We'll be right back.